Okay, now we're going to get the musical entertainment underway here. I would like to introduce to you a man who you listen to every morning on WJBC from 9 till noon. And let's just let all the laundry hang out to dry here. We've had some problems getting Ken dressed up tonight. You know, he comes to work in an I.S.U. t-shirt just about every day. I think he wears it 4 out of 5, and on the 6th day, he sends it home to Piatone for his mother to wash. Then it comes back, he wears another week. So anyway, I'm not really sure what Ken's going to be wearing tonight. He was going to wear his I.S.U. t-shirt. I said, Ken, you've got to at least put on a sports shirt tonight, because this is an important event. People out there are dressed up, we're dressed up. How do you like our outfits? This is from Sino's Formal Wear at Colonial Plaza. They're providing the formal wear tonight. Well, anyway, I tried to talk Ken into the whole thing. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But let's have a warm welcome, please, for Ken Behrens.
Well, so much for my first dance number. Jiminy Christmas. What's going on around here? I get the feeling I look like I fell off a wedding cake. How about Steve Vogel? Could you believe that guy could sing? Huh? Wasn't that something? Woohoo! I'll tell you, before the evening's over, you're going to find out that people around here at WJBC just have talent reeking all over. Or reeking with something. Or is that the band? Woo! They're really something, aren't they? The Alternatives. Boy. Let me get rid of this here. I brought this to raise a little cane. And they said I couldn't pass this hat. And I think it's true. I couldn't even chew it, let alone swallow it, let alone pass it. Woo! You having a good time? I think the mic just died. I don't know where they got this tuxedo, but I get the, boy, this is $1 million auditorium. I can't even walk over here. 25 cents more. Could have a longer cord. Pardon me, Mike. I get the feeling that if you were at Disney World tonight, you would see Abraham Lincoln giving his Gettysburg Address in his underwear. Have you been to Disney World lately? Anybody been to Florida this summer? I don't know. I understand that things have really changed there, you know? They have signs all over now that remind you of a zoo. Only at Disneyland or Disney World they say, do not oil the animals. Think about that. Actually, this tuxedo didn't come from Disney World at all. No, it actually belonged to a magician. I can tell because there's still there's rabbit manure in the hat yet. Anyway, I was so nervous coming out here, you wouldn't believe it. People are running around half naked back there. It was great fun. I was sorry I came out here. That's crazy. I tell you, I couldn't get this tie tied. People are running around, they're all in the same boat, you know. But I happened to see a gentleman over in the corner, and his name was Bud Metzler. You know Bud Metzler, right? Sure. I walked over and I said, Mr. Metzler, I'm all nervous and everything. I can't get this tie tied. Would you help me? He said, sure, just lie down on the floor. Not only that, we didn't even have time to eat before we came here tonight. We were so pressed. You know, we work long hours. But they said, don't worry about it. We'll get sandwiches for you. And I don't know how many of you have ever eaten in the Union Auditorium cafeteria, but they have delicious hot roast beef sandwiches. I mean, they are terrific. I must have eaten about 6 or 7 of them. They just kept bringing them to me one at a time, you know? And I must have had 6 of them, and finally I noticed that the guy who brought me my sandwich had his thumb right smack dab in the middle of it. So I said, what are you you doing with your thumb right there in the middle of my hot roast beef sandwich? And the guy said, well, I didn't want to drop it on the floor again. He said, not only that, he said, I got a hangnail right there on the end of my thumb, and the doctor told me to keep it someplace warm. Well, I told him where he could keep it. He said, I do between orders. I'd like to play the piano for you tonight, if you don't mind. A lot of people don't realize this, but my sister is a concert pianist. She's older than I, and she's world known. She's played all over the world, piano, of course, and I would just like to play a little number that she taught me. She used to stand behind me with a newspaper, and every time I hit a wrong note, she'd hit me over the head. Sunday edition, no less. A little nervous about this, but I guess it's now or never. Never! Now, here goes. Oh, I got rhythm. I don't want to do that one. I figured out what I'm going to do. Pretty good, isn't it? I hate this song. Hungry for another sandwich. I gotta start over again. Thank you very much. Thank you. It is really nice to be here and to see so many people tonight. And to tell you the truth, I can't see one of you. They call this a three-tier auditorium. You know that? I bet the taxpayers shed a lot more than that, huh? What the heck am I laughing at? I'm a taxpayer. You make the big bucks like I do, you know. They really take it out. $50 a week. $50 a week before they clean you out, you know. How are taxes in Normal anyway, seriously? Because I work and I live in Bloomington, and I'm not really aware of what goes on in Normal, you see. But I do know that Mayor Buchanan has said he's going to keep down taxes, even if he has to hold us up to do it. The mayor can take a joke, can he? Yeah. Being mayor of Bloomington's a rough job, you know. It really is. I mean, it's really only a part-time job, let's face it. I mean, all along, Mayor Buchanan has worked another job during the daytime. And in fact, since he's been elected, he's been more or less a nightmare. my brother. A lot of people don't know I have a brother, but I heard from my brother last week, and he's, you know, the farmers are really having a field day now, you know, and he raises apples and hickory nuts on his farm, and this has really been a bumper crop. He ran out of places to put them, so he wound up putting apples and hickory nuts down in his basement. You see, and he's got them separated. He's got one corner where he puts the apples over here, and he's got another corner in the basement where he puts the hickory nuts. And that way he can go down in the basement when it's real handy. He can grab his apples, or he can grab his. I wish there was another way to phrase that, but I can't think of any at the moment. Anyway, he wrote me a letter last week, and he said that he was having problems with a critter in the basement, and it had been eating apples and it had been eating nuts. So I said, well, why don't you set two traps? You set a trap over by the apples and another one over by the nuts, and then you're bound to catch him. Well, I heard from him last night. He called me. He said, Ken, guess what? I found a critter in the basement. I caught him in a trap. I said, oh, really? I said, what was it? He said, it was a squirrel. I said, you catch him by the apples? He said, no. Oh, goodness. I'm going to hear about that later, but this is going to be... See, you folks at home won't know what you missed. Let me do you one more song. This is really a beautiful number, and I want to play it for you now. I don't really want to play it. I just got to do it, you know. Actually, it's a request. A lady came up and said, before the show, she said, would you play I'm in the Mood for Love? And I said, I'd like to, but I got to go out there and entertain. Falling apart. I didn't want to wear a tux. I told him I didn't want to wear a tux. Well, I have a very special surprise now. We have a guest singer tonight. And if you think this was bad, she is going to save the show because she is fabulous. Mary Frances Fagan sings. And she's going to come out right now. You're going to be surprised. It's really great, you know?
Kim.
Yeah. Just go ahead. Tell her to come out.
She's not here yet. She's not here yet. Stall. She's not. She just got off the air, and traffic. She will be here in just a minute. Why don't you just play another song? Do something.
I can't, Steve. I'm out of material. I just had the number there. She's going to sing Chopsticks.
She will be here in. She will be here in just a minute. So just go ahead and.
Oh, wait. What are we going to do? Have you ever seen anybody play the piano blindfolded? Have you? Have anybody? We got to kill time, right?
Wait. Play the piano blindfolded?
Yeah, blindfolded. It's really quite a lot of people,
I don't have a blindfold. Well, think of something else.
Wait a minute.
Do you believe this?
We have a blindfold.
You want to put this over your eyes?
Yeah, just put it on my eyes and over my eyes, and we'll do it.
Hold my microphone.
I'll do this. You just put that on my on my eyes.
I could shoot him.
Okay, here it goes. I cannot see a thing. Not so tight. Okay, great. Okay.
Oh, Mary Frances, thank goodness you're here. Where have you been? Where have you been?
Well, Steve, you know what it's like when
Get
you
in
work
there
at
and do your
6:30
thing.
and you don't get
Just
off the air.
do
until
your
6:30.
thing.
Steve,
Look
I'm
at him.
sorry,
Just do your thing, Mary Frances.
I'm really
Get on
sorry.
with the show.
I'm going to try.
Just- Let's have a hand for Ken Behrens.
Thank you. That's okay. Thank you.
Now, Ken, you stay right there, because we're going to play Stump the Band. Let's have a few house lights here, please. And if you're wondering where I am...